Welcome to In Our Community, episode number 6. Today we have the honor to have Ann-Marie Ricketts, Executive Director and founder of Single Women in Motherhood. So stay tuned because we will be learning about Ann-Marie, the S.W.I.M program, and we have a surprise for Ann-Marie at the end of the interview. Hi, Ann-Marie. How are you doing?
We are doing good.
So, Ann-Marie, what can you tell us about yourself? Who is Ann-Marie?
Well, just another woman reaching out to other women. Basically, we're here to encourage each other. Women have been doing this alone for many years. Mothers are just expected to be that superwoman, no matter what kind of day, what kind of week, what kind of challenges they're going through. So I recognize that, and I been there, done that, wrote the book. So totally get it, and I recognize that I needed support. And if I needed support, how many other women needed support? And the most important thing, sometimes the support that you really truly need is not from friends and family. Sometimes it's from strangers that can, sit back, listen, not only listen, but also basically, I would say, hear you. And once they hear you, there's honest and clean feedback that's not personal. So I figured that if I needed that, how many other women would be able to appreciate that? So that's why we're here, and we're here for those who are in need and those who are ready for change.
That is fantastic, and I have seen you in action, and you're really good at what you do. So, Ann-Marie, what motivated you to create S.W.I.M?
I was fed up and angry, and I fell and crushed the bones in my wrist, and I was right back where I started. So, yes, I was very angry and very upset. So I knew there needed to be something.
So what is S.W.I.M's goal?
Our goal is for reaching outside of London now to single moms that is in need, whether Toronto, Mississauga, Kitchener, New York. Now that we have this option of virtual group, this is the time for that change. My goal is to be able to make those connections and reach out so other women can reach out and be a support to each other.
That's fantastic, especially right now. Single moms, they need so much support that is financial and other kind of support, but a space to talk, a space to be us, and not to be afraid to talk of the challenges. So I think that's an awesome goal that you have for S.W.I.M right now. So what programs does S.W.I.M currently has?
Well, because of the pandemic that's going on, we've cut back a lot. A lot of us, we're all working from home. I would say that virtual, let's talk about it, where women are in their comfort of their home and still can reach out and get that support. We're running the diaper bank. Women are still them. We have still the life coaching going on, and we are in the process of working on our social enterprise, which is Make Mothers in Cleaning, options and opportunity to be able to work their family around their work and not have to work their work around their family, something like that, giving them more control.
Just that they can organize their own schedule rather than work with the schedule someone is giving them.
Exactly. Giving them back their independence.
Exactly. That's super important. So how can single moms connect with S.W.I.M?
They could reach out to us by contacting us, 519-432-5454, or they can email us at info@singlewomeninmotherhood.com. We're always happy to hear from them and looking forward to connect.
Awesome. And you also have Facebook and YouTube where they can connect with you as well.
Exactly. The website, we have www.singlewomeninmotherhood.com, and Facebook, Twitter, and I think we have Instagram. I'm not that hot on the social media aspect.
You do. You do.
Our social media guy takes care of all of that.
So what is your dream, your goal, let's say within the next year or two, that for S.W.I.M?
My goal and my dream is to see our network really grow and to also be able to be that support structure for single moms here in the London community that is giving real results. Also, I must say that it would be an honor to see chapters in different cities that's popping up that other mothers can actually get that support that they need.
Do you have any success stories that you can share with us about S.W.I.M?
There's so much when I see women like yourself, building on your project and working on something that you and your family is enjoying. That is an awesome recognition. Also, I've seen a mom came through the agency at her rock bottom, and by the time she was done or she got what she needed, she went back to Fanshawe, graduated at the top of her class, and a winner. There's another single mom that went through electrical engineer at Fanshawe. She was another mom that got strength. Among all the men, I think or two women were the only one in the class. And she excelled, graduated. Those are the success that I like to see. Independent, no matter what, always going to be ups and downs. But how do we balance it to maintain that that healthy balance in our life? That's the key. And to be able to say, I'm having a low day today and not be overwhelmed, because it's okay for you to have a low day. That don't mean you're not a good mom. It means you're a human being and you're entitled to have a day or two, or even if it's a week, as I say all the time, rest if you must, but don't quit. Get up again. Once you could get up, you could start. So these are my encouragement always, not only to myself, but to everyone that I come across that I see that is having that challenging moment. It's life, and one of our biggest thing is I find we get overwhelmed, not because we can't do what we need to do, but most of all is to be able to handle changes. Change is what becomes the challenge. And once we recognize that, no matter what changes are coming, we could take it with a grain of salt and just take our time and ease into it. We realize at the end of the day, geez, it wasn't even that bad after all. But when we wake up and realize that the changes is what creates the after effect, then we're able to go back and take control and continue moving on our journey and enjoy it, whether it's good or bad, because there's always a lesson in it for us. Sometimes we don't know it right away, but in the end, that's why we went through that. Oh, that's why that happened. If that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. So change is essential, and it can be confusing and overwhelming for many of us who have never been taught how to deal with change.
I think that what makes it so difficult is that when you are going through a change, you're right in the middle of the storm and you don't get to see it. But when we have programs like S.W.I.M, we know that we can stretch our hand, and they're not going to do things for us. They're going to help us up and get us on our way. We're going to receive the tools that we need. You guys in S.W.I.M are not doing things for us, but they are providing the tools, the guidance. And I think that that's really important, because you're teaching us how to get up, and that's a lesson that is not only for us, because then we can teach others to do it. So that's a huge legacy that S.W.I.M is doing right now. So how can people support single women during this pandemic and Christmas?
We are always welcoming any donation. They could always go on our website and donate. They can go on Facebook and donate. We are spreading our wings as wide as we can to get the support as well, to keep the agency going. They could always send a check to 296 Horton Street, London, Ontario. We are there. We always are ready to receive. And it's not always about the finance, but also great volunteers. We're in need of volunteers. Someone who understands the value of the work we do, and someone who could relate to it, within the heart. And I mean, change is here, and we're learning as we go, right? Because working virtual, it's a whole different world than seeing people in person, and, being able to have a great conversation, a laughter, or some cries together. It's different, but it is what it is. And it is a wonderful journey, no matter where we are, what's happening. Because in every good or bad, there's a value in it, whether it's for you to get to know yourself, or you to get to know those around you, or find new love in your life. Always find new love, whether it's a new friend or a new relationship, or newfound love from your kids or your family member. There's so much more to be grateful and be thankful for, and that's basically what's going down 24/7. Just be ready to receive. And one thing I have to say that, to what you just said about we can't make the changes for you, which is so right. However, I always remind people, even my children, when you need something, you have to do it for yourself. Because if you're sick, I cannot go to the doctor and take that medication myself for you to get better. You definitely have to go take that medication and work and be patient and take care of yourself for you to get better. That's what life is about. We have to do the work. The work is not going to be done for us. So it's exciting. I tell people, get excited, get happy, look forward for that newfound love of excitement and change that's coming into your life. But most of all, we have to practice constantly to be grateful and call things in. If you need a new pair of shoes, put it out in the universe. Say it every day. Look at magazine, and that shoes will come.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
And don't be afraid.
Because I think some of us were raised with, nope, you had to do it yourself. And it's okay sometimes when we're down, or even when we're not down, but we just need help. Whether it's encouragement, whether it's a resource, it's okay to ask for help. And I think that that's one of the missions for S.W.I.M, to help out. So having volunteers helping you help other people means so much to S.W.I.M. So I want to invite people, if you want to volunteer, if you have a really good idea of how to handle things online, I think you will be a great service, not just to Ann-Marie, but to S.W.I.M and single moms, so people can connect online. I can see S.W.I.M totally having little groups, kind of like coffee online, just taking some time. Actually, you do have one. What is the name? Sorry.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So just have your tea with you and be ready just to talk about your experience in a safe environment with people that will actually get it. I mean, I have been part of S.W.I.M as a single mom, and I have seen firsthand the work that Ann-Marie and her team of volunteers have done. My kids have gone there and stayed there in the program. They have a respite program before pandemic that they will give me 3 hours on Saturdays. Man, did that made a difference. I would have 3 hours where I could go washroom by myself, or just without anybody knocking at the door, or little fingers underneath the door. Can't miss those ones. Or just go grocery shopping or meet with a friend without having to worry that my kids were safe, or what were they doing, with who they were. So that's a very important. Hopefully, after all these situations settles down, there is a way to bring it back. That I think is a very unique part of S.W.I.M. That was the most brilliant part that I enjoy of the program. Those 3 hours, and really having a conversation with other single moms. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm not alone doing this. I am really not alone. And that's a huge thing with single moms, that we feel alone, we isolate ourselves. Right. So when you have an opportunity to participate in S.W.I.M, you meet other moms, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one going crazy when I have to make adult decisions that usually a couple will agree on something, or you can just push it to someone else and say, you choose. you have the entire weight in your hands. So as I said before, I do have a surprise for Ann-Marie, which I really appreciate that she has taken her time today. First, I want to send you a virtual hug.
Big hug.
I know. Whenever you're right to swim, Ann-Marie, that's the first thing. She gives you a hug and asks you how you are. So I send you a virtual hug. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I had to learn to make face masks because they were too expensive and too hard to find. So I had to learn how to make them. Like you said, you have to do it yourself. So I had a sewing machine at home and I had some pieces of fabric. So that's how all craft began. I don't know how we began from making face masks to moving to interviewing people. It was kind of like a weird change that it went from one thing to another.
It's an exciting change. And, this is what I said with the pandemic happening, whether it's good or bad that happens in our life, it gives us a new formation of newfound love. It brings things out of you that you didn't even know you were capable of. And this is why I know we were all overwhelmed when we heard about the pandemic, not knowing what was going to take place, how we were all going to deal with it. Everybody went into a lockdown mentally, emotionally, and physically. But as we rose, as we start to merge and rise, people are cooking and baking and dancing and losing weight and putting on weight and finding unique ways of comfort in themselves. And when you can bring the talent that you have within, that's why I say all the time, women are unique. Women are unique and they have so much hidden talents but because life is so fast and have us going like this, we don't take time to say, okay, slow down. Who am I? Hi. Introduce yourself to yourself. Tell yourself what you love about yourself, what you appreciate, because nobody is going to do that for you. And if you can start to do that, one of the exercises we used to do all the time, remember? Stand up in the mirror and say hello. Get to know who you are, right? Tell yourself how beautiful you are. It's the most uncomfortable experience at the beginning, but once you start doing it, you start to believe it, people will see it.
Exactly. And that's something I really took with me, along with that rest if you must, but keep going. I took that with me every day. Anyway,
Nice.
Drum roll. So on behalf of O'Craft, we want to donate. It's O'Craft. Family joke, tell you later. So we have 5 adult face masks for single moms that you know who will need it.
Awesome.
So right there. So 5 that are all different face masks.
Nice.
So
congratulations.
5 for adults. We have 5 for kids. And 4 moms that you can give them the keychains we make.
Wow.
So we have been extremely blessed with different things. So some mom, maybe she likes one dolphin. I don't know. We have been blessed during this pandemic with a lot of emotional support from other people. And we have been blessed beginning something new, a new business. It has not taken off much farther because now we're doing videos. So I either sew or do videos. I can't do it all. And homeschool. So there is just so much I can do in just so much time. So there it is, our gift. So I'll make it get to you. Once we finish, we can talk, because I know that some moms have to make the decision whether to buy food or to get another face mask, especially if you're sending your kids to school. How can you afford to have 5 face masks? Like, I mean, it's insane.
And they lose things. They lose gloves and they lose scarf and they will lose face masks.
Exactly. So I thought, you know what? It's not much, but it comes from our heart.
It's a lot. And we appreciate every little thing that comes our way. We're grateful. So no, don't belittle what you're doing. It's a huge blessing and we appreciate it. So
yeah. So actually, and that leads to the next one. because business hasn't been so awesome. We would like to contribute with more. So therefore, I am challenged you and your friends that if they help us to get 100 views in this interview, which I totally know you can do it, we'll donate another 5 adult face masks. So it's a challenge for you. So 5 adult face masks and 3 kids ones. So that will be 8 for more face masks. For you to give to more moms, because I mean, you need to go to work, you need to go to school, and I mean, my kid, he's homeschooled. He already lost 2 face masks. I don't know how he's home. So he already lost 2. So I challenge you to that. I know 100 views is a lot to ask, but I know you know a lot of people, and a lot of people, we want to spread the word to help support S.W.I.M. Not so much me, but S.W.I.M, because I can see this expanding. They really need, there is a huge need for single moms. I don't know, and invite people to get to know other single moms in their neighborhood. It is overwhelming. So it's not just the financial support, it's somebody to talk to, respite. If you have been within just your bubble and you know a single mom who's part of your bubble, ask her if she would like you to watch her kid or do a small social distancing play date, to go out and play with the snow so that are not isolated, and just keep your distance, but you can still do snowmans or snowball fights, and you still invite her, make her part of the community. Do a grocery shopping run for her. Hey, what do you need? Like, I had been blessed that when I was not feeling that great at the beginning of this pandemic, I had a friend who said, what do you need? So I gave her my grocery list, and she brought me the stuff that I needed. Even though I gave her the money, just the fact that she went to the store for me and stood up in line, because, man, the lines during COVID are so...
And it's worse now.
Oh, yes. And it's hard sometimes to breathe with the face mask if you have asthma. So the fact that she took her time to do a double trip, one for herself and one for me, it means the world. And that's exactly, and there was another mom who totally do the other part. There were 2 stores I needed. So another mom did the part, and she gave us as a gift the groceries. So it may seem very small help for you, but for us as single moms, it's huge. It's like mind blowing. Just somebody picking up the phone and say, hey, how are you doing? How are you holding up today? Which is what Ann-Marie does with her programs. Hey, do you need some groceries? Do you need, I don't know, I can do a play day online with your kids, like my kids with your kids. That's a little bit weird. We can, I don't know, have a social coffee. I can help you pick up the kids today. Like something small. Ask the mom, what do you need? And if you don't really know any single mom that is within your community, S.W.I.M is here. They might not direct you to the moms, but they can receive donations, volunteers, they can redirect you. So, Ann-Marie, would you like to give us again how we can contact you one more time before we say goodbye?
Yeah. Through our social media, we can be reached by our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also by our website at www.singlewomeninmotherhood.com, info@singlewomeninmotherhood.com, and our phone number is 519-432-5454. And we're always available. We're open 3 days a week, taking care of some self-care as well. But we are open 3 days a week to the public to be able to accommodate and assist you in any way possible. Looking forward for growth this year, for this pandemic to go away so we can get back some sort of norm, and, socialization with people. And, it's been a real interesting journey. So I hope it was for many, and I hope everyone out there took time to get to know themselves and, see what gratitude is all about, and what needs to be recognized, even with our kids, just them being strong during this time, and having the understanding and working with you, and just the little minor things that matters. And it is what it is. If two parents are having a challenge, imagine a single mom. That's all I could say. So here to all the single moms out there doing it on their own, making it happen, being champions, and setting an example for their kids to let them know no matter what. And this is life. Everything happens because it teaches the kids too. Anything can happen anytime, but it's not what happens that matters. How are we going to deal with it? And how are we going to make it better? So once we get that through their head, they too will have an understanding. So, and hopefully they will grow stronger to know they can't be knocked down that easy because they've been there, done that. So, yeah. But we're really proud of you. We're so grateful for this time. I know I was late. However,
it's life, right? It's life.
I'm happy to have this one-on-one with you in your world, not mine. So this is what we're talking about. People do grow. And when they grow, they excel. And it doesn't matter if it's one viewer, two viewer, just keep plucking at it, because the day will come when you're going, oh my gosh, I did not know the number got to this. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, we will put it on our book once you're done editing and doing your thing. Please, we will listen out for you, and we will pluck it where we are to give you as much support as we can.
Awesome. And again, I want lots of support for S.W.I.M, because when we moved to London, it was such an important part of us settling.
Yes.
Being in a new city with our family, with our friends, it was a huge part of us. So I wanted to give some space to you. And I know that there are so many single moms out there that still do not know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, word of mouth travels fast. We want to see S.W.I.M growing and helping more moms, and moms who have been there become mentors. So, yes.
Give back. Show your strength.
Exactly. Guide others. I mean, we might not have all the answers, but at least we know our story, and maybe part of our story will encourage you, will help you out. So remember to like, right there. To like this and share it, share, so we can give another 5 face masks to Ann-Marie to bless other single moms. Because man, those face masks are so annoying. And be grateful. I think the pandemic has taught us to be grateful to be able to participate in person, to hug people, be grateful for our way of life. It has changed. We had to adapt. So let's make the best during this time. Let's reinvent ourselves. We are reinventing ourselves constantly.
All about reinventing.
It's all about reinventing. 2020, 21 that is coming is all about reinventing, restarted. This is our new chance. So keep safe. Thank you for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, share. So Ann-Marie can get another 5 face mask. That it will actually be blessing single moms. Reach out to your single mom. There is always a single mom around. I tell you, there is always one. And if they don't know about S.W.I.M, tell them about S.W.I.M. If you are far away, still tell them about S.W.I.M, because now they are online. And you can leave messages through the Facebook page and they answer. And you can be part of the group, and there are great conversations going on, and they share resources. So let's just give a hand for S.W.I.M and Ann-Marie, that Ann-Marie has gone through so many things and is still going on. She's quite an inspiration, and she always comes with creative ideas to keep helping single women, and goes and advocates like she's a fierce advocate, and she gets what is needed to do. So thank you so much. Have a nice day, and talk to you later. Bye.
Good night. Bye.